Okay, children, let us start our next chapter, that is chapter 4, simple equations. Simple equations. So before starting simple equation, few things must be kept in our mind. In decimal chapter, we have learned that 1/10, the number ending with th, we used to write 1/10. Similarly, 3/4 will be written as 3/4 because fourth th is there at the end of 4. So this number will be in the denominator. 1/3 will be written like 1/3. Second thing, we must have the knowledge of constant and variable. So constant means numeric value. Such as -3, 0.5, 6/7, -1/3, dash dash dash. So these are constant. Constant means that any type of number, numeric value. It might be integer, it can be decimal, it can be fraction, any type of numeric value, that is called constant. Variable means alphabets. That is A, B, C up to X, Y, Z. So any alphabet, that is called variable. Now equation. Equation is a statement of equality. A statement of equality, that is called equation. For example, 5x minus 3 is equal to 7. This equal to sign shows that it is an equation with a variable x. So same statement in the mathematical language we can write 5 times a number again 3 subtracted from 3 subtracted from 3 subtracted from 5 times 5 times a number is 7. So the same mathematical expression can be written in English. 3 subtracted from because the number written after from will be written first. From 5 times a number. Now the number is not mentioned here. 5 times a number is 7. Is means is equal to. Is means is equal to. And from is here. So this number will be written first when we will write in mathematical language. So 5 times a number, but the number is not specified. So this is variable. So at the place of this a number, we can put any variable x or y or z or m or n. It is up to you. So 5x, that is 5 times a number. Then from is written, that is why we have written first. Subtracted, 3 subtracted minus 3 means is equal to, then 7. So in this chapter, many a times you will be given the question in this form and you will have to write the answer in this form. Sometime in this form will be given and you will have to write in this form. So these kind of questions are also there in the exercise. So this is equation. Now variable, that is x. X is the variable here. Every equation has its own solution. Every equation has its own solution. So the solution of equation, or the second name of the solution of the equation is root of equation. Now what is solution of equation or the root of equation? The value of variable at which equation is satisfied. Equation is satisfied. The value of variable at which the equation is satisfied is called solution or the root of equation. For example, m minus 7 equal to 9. So you can see that if I put at the place of m 16, my equation will be satisfied. Equation satisfied means that left hand side is equal to right hand side. Before this equal to sign, this is our left hand side. This is left hand side and this is our right hand side. So satisfying the equation means the value of variable at which the left hand side becomes equal to right hand side, that is called solution of the equation. Like we can see that at m equal to 16, if I put m equal to 16 here, so 16 minus 7 will be equal to 9. So left hand side becomes equal to right hand side. So m equal to 16 is the solution of equation. To find out this solution, we have two methods. Finding the solution by trial and error method, and second one is direct method. This is also called transposing method. Direct method or transposing method. So we are taking the same example, m minus 7 equal to 9. How we will do this? by trial and error method and by transposing method. So by direct method, m minus 7 equal to 9, we will transpose this minus 7 to this side, from left hand side to right hand side. Like here, m is equal to 9 plus 7. So whenever we will transpose a number from this side to that side or that side to this side, its sign will be changed. Like it is minus 7, so it will be over there plus 7. So m equal to 16. So directly we get the answer. M equal to 16 is the solution of the equation. But in trial and error method, we will write here m. We will write here the left hand side, that is m minus 7. And we will write here right hand side, that is 9. So you can see that in trial and error method, we will replace m with any number which can give us the 9, and we know that it is 16 who will give us the number 9. So before 16, on the basis of trial and error, on the basis of trial, we can start putting m equal to 11. We can start by any number approximately near to 16. We can start with 11. So 11 minus 7, it will be 4, and right hand side will remain 9 only. It will become 4, but it will remain 9 only because we have put the value of m on the left hand side. Then we will put m equal to 12. M equal to 12. So m equal to 12 means 12 minus 7, it will become 5, and here it is 9. Then we can put 13. M equal to 13. 13 minus 7, 6. It will be 9. 14, 7, but it is 9. 15, 8, but it is 9. 16, 9, and it is also 9. So what did we see? We have seen that at m equal to 16, our answer is, our left hand side becomes equal to right hand side. So the value of variable at which equation is satisfied, that left hand side becomes equal to right hand side, that is our solution. So m equal to 16 is our solution. So this is how we do in trial and error method. As the name indicate, बार बार ट्राई करो, अगर एरर आती है, कुछ गलती आती है, दोबारा फिर ट्राई करो. And you can start your try from anywhere. Just take an idea from where we are getting the m, the value of m, and near about the values of m, 4 or 5 values you can take which are nearer to m, and then show it in the table. First variable, then left hand side, then right hand side. You will be able to get the solution wherever the left hand side will become equal to right hand side. So this is all about the simple equations. Now we will start our exercise work. Question number 1, you can see that there are 4 columns. First column, that is serial number, second equation, third value, and fourth column say whether the equation is satisfied or not. serial number, then equation, then value, then equation is satisfied. Give the answer in yes or no. So equation is satisfied means left hand side equal to right hand side. But at which value? Value is given in the third column. First is x plus 3 and x equal to 3, x plus 3 equal to 0 and x equal to given 3. And then say yes or no equation. At x equal to 3, whether this equation will be satisfied or not. So if I put at the place of x 3, so you can see that 3 plus 3 is not equal to 0 because 3 plus 3 is equal to 6. But here it is written equal to 0. So our left hand side is not equal to right hand side at x equal to 3. So therefore at x equal to 3 it is not satisfied. Whereas in case of third part, x plus 3 equal to 0 and x equal to minus 3. So in the third case you can see that if I put at the place of x as minus 3, so it will become minus 3 and plus 3. So minus 3 plus 3, they will not be added. Opposite signs are there, they will be subtracted. So after subtraction, what will be there? 0. So minus 3 plus 3 is equal to 0. Left hand side becomes equal to right hand side. So we will say that equation is satisfied. Similarly, all the parts of question number 1 you will do in the same way. Now come to the question number 2. Check whether the value given in the bracket is a solution of the given equation or not. Now the same question is given in question number 2 but in the form of statement, and check whether the value given in the bracket is a solution. And here we were using the word satisfied, whether the equation is satisfied or not. Here we are using the word solution, is solution or not. If equation is satisfied, naturally this is solution. If equation is not satisfied, we will say that it is not the solution. So in question number 2, similar type of working we need to do. Question number 2. Question number 2, first part. Here it is written n plus 5 is equal to 19. N is equal to 1 and we need to check n equal to 1. N equal to 1 is the solution of this equation or not. We need to check it. So what we will do? We will put n equal to 1 in the left hand side. So left hand side, putting n equal to 1, we have n plus 5 will become 1 plus 5 and it will become 6. So left hand side is becoming 6, whereas right hand side is 19. So left hand side is not equal to right hand side. Therefore, n equal to 1 is not the solution of the equation. Similarly, the other parts we will do in the same way. Like in E part, 4p minus 3, 4p in the E part, 4p minus 3 equal to 30. Where p is equal to minus 4. So here at the place of p we need to put minus 4, and we will adopt the same procedure as we have done in the first part. You can see that p is on the left side. P is on the left side. So we need to solve only left hand side. In the right hand side there is no p. If it would be there, then we will solve the right hand side also. But it is only on left hand side. So we will take only left hand side. 4p minus 3, 4, and here it is multiplication. No sign is there between 4 and p, it means multiply. So 4 multiply minus 4 minus 3. So according to Bodmas rule, first we will multiply. So minus 4 into 4 will become minus 16 minus 3. And minus 16 minus 3 both are having same sign, so they will be added. They will be added and sign will remain same in the result. So both will be added and it will be minus 19. Whereas on the right hand side we see that there is 13. So left hand side again not equal to right hand side. Therefore p equal to minus 4 is not a solution of equation. So in the same way, we will do all the part. Wherever the left hand side is equal to right hand side, we will say that this is a solution of the equation, and if it is not satisfied, then we will say this is not the solution of the equation. Question number 3, where we need to find out the solution by trial and error method. Question number 3. Equation is 5p plus 2 equal to 70. First part, 5p plus 2 is equal to 70. So we will make 3 columns. First column for variable p, second for equation or left hand side, second for left hand side, that is 5p plus 2, and third column for right hand side, that is 17. So you can see that p is only on the left hand side. So by hit and trial method, by trial and error method, we will put any value of p and start solving the left hand side. If it becomes equal to right hand side, then solution will come automatically. Otherwise, we will again try. That is why its name is trial and error method. So we can start from any number with p. You can start with 0 also, you can start with 1 also, you can start with minus 5 also, minus 2 also. So this is trial, on the trial basis. So we are starting with 1, putting p equal to 1. So we will have 5 into 1 plus 2. It will be 5 and 5 plus 2, 7. Whereas it is 17. So left hand side not equal to right hand side. So p equal to 1 is not the solution of equation. Now put 2 So 5 into 2 plus 2, 5 to the 10 plus 2, 12, and here it is 17. So p equal to 2, that is also not serving our purpose. So p equal to 2, that is also not our solution. Now put p equal to 3. So 5 into 3 plus 2. So 5 3 15 plus 2 17, and here also 17. So you can see that at this stage, at p equal to 3, we are satisfying our equation. The left hand side becomes equal to right hand side. So p equal to 3 is the solution of the equation. Now question number 4 and question number 5. The second part of question number 3 you will do by your own. Question number 4 and question number 5. Write down equation for the following statements. The statements are written in English, and we need to write these statements in mathematical language. Like the first part is the sum of numbers. First part is sum of numbers x and 4 is 9. So this statement is written in English. We need to write it in mathematical language. Sum of the number x and 4. So in mathematics you will write it x plus 4. Is means is equal to 9 means 9. So x plus 4 is equal to 9. This is our answer. Take any other example. Fifth part. 3/4 of t is 15. 3/4 we have learnt in the basics. 3/4 we used to write 3 upon 4 because th is at the last. So 3/4 of means multiply, t means t, is means is equal to, is means 15. So you can write it 3 into t, 3t, because t is not having any denominator, it has 1. So 4 1 ja 4, 3 into t. So you can write 3t upon 4 is equal to 15. So this answer is also correct, this answer is also correct. Write any one answer, that will be correct. Only we need to convert the English language in mathematical language. Such kind of questions are these. Question number 4. Now question number 5, that is just converts to question number 4. Here the question is given in this form, we need to write in this form. Question is given in this form, we need to write in this form. Question is given in mathematical language and we need to convert in English. Like first part, p plus 4, question number 5, first part, p plus 4 is equal to 15. So you can write the sum of p and 4 is 15. Answer can be given like this also. First, the sum of p and 4 is 15. Or you can give the answer 4 added to P gives 15. So this is also correct, this is also correct because it is English language. So don't see the answer at the back, just see whether my language is according to the mathematical equation or not. That is important. So what is important? Your language should be according to mathematical expression given in the question. That is not important what the answer is written at the back and what the answer you are giving. For example, fourth part. M upon 5 is equal to 3. So answer can be given like this also. M divided by 5 gives 3. Or you can write 1/5 of 1/5 of M is 3. Both answers are right. Don't get confused by the language given at the back in the answers in the book. Don't see the book. See your language is exactly matching with the expression given in the question or not. That is important. So that's all for today. Students are supposed to do exercise 4.1 up to question number 5. Thank you.